there are several other videos I should be working on right now, but I'm making this video instead because I'm annoyed and I'm fed up. One of the few recent YouTube policy changes that actually seem to make sense was announced on the official YouTube creator blog back on August 15th, 2019. That's when they said that YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, or however you pronounce her last name, shared that improving creators' experience with copyright claims was one of YouTube's top priorities. And they said that one concerning trend they saw was aggressive manual claiming of very short music clips used in monetized videos. They even admit these claims can feel particularly unfair as they transfer all revenue from the creator to the claimant regardless of the amount of music claimed. So they announced changes to the manual claiming policies intended to improve fairness in the creator ecosystem. They said, going forward, our policies will forbid copyright owners from using our manual claiming tool to monetize creator videos with very short or unintentional uses of music. They didn't define what they meant by very short, but in this article from The Verge, which quoted YouTube's Director of Creative Product Management, David Rosenstein, he said it referred to single-digit seconds, so basically anything under 10 seconds. And YouTube announced that this new policy would go into effect beginning in mid-September. Well, today is September 25th, so that's past mid-September. And I got this email from YouTube announcing that a copyright claim was created for content in my 1985 Sony Watchmen video, which I uploaded back in 2013. It says the copyrighted content was a One Direction song claimed by Sony Music Entertainment. And if I look up that video in my video manager, indeed it says that there is a copyright claim on the video. And it also says ads might appear on the video. I cannot monetize it. But if we look at the details, it says that the sound recording manually detected, and the timestamp it gives is 5 minutes 11 seconds to 5 minutes 18 seconds. And if my math is correct, that is 7 seconds of music that was manually claimed by Sony Music Entertainment in violation of this new policy announced by YouTube, which prevents such very short claims from being manually claimed as of mid-September. So YouTube is not even following their own announced policies here and allowing these claims to still be put onto videos. And indeed, if I watch that video right now, there are ads on it, but those are not from me because I'm being prevented from monetizing it. Those ads were put there by Sony Music Entertainment because of their copyright claim on it. You can see the details of the claim listed under the description. And going back to YouTube's blog post, it said once we start enforcement, which again was supposed to begin in mid-September, copyright owners who repeatedly fail to adhere to these policies will have their access to manual claiming suspended. So let's hold YouTube accountable to what they said. If you receive one of these manually detected copyright claims for a very short piece of music under 10 seconds, file a dispute against it and choose whichever option is applicable to your video. In this case, it's fair use. And in the explanation, this is what you should write. I'll put this in the description of this video so you can cut and paste it. This claim is in violation of YouTube's policy forbidding copyright owners from using the manual claiming tool to monetize creator videos with very short or unintentional uses of music. Copyright owners who repeatedly fail to adhere to this policy will have their access to manual claiming suspended. I basically just copied that wording directly from YouTube's announcement, so I think that's the most effective way to do this. And then submit your dispute, and let me know in the comments if you have had to dispute a manually detected copyright claim from Sony Music Entertainment for a very short piece of music. Maybe if there's enough of us, we can get their ability to manually claim videos removed. Or at least maybe we could if the system was actually working. every time I try to dispute this claim, I do it using the new YouTube Studio Beta, which, by the way, puts you through additional questioning to try to prevent you from filing a dispute.
I know.
Matagal ba to? Alam ko may gusto ba yung mataas? Ano ba yun, Rodena?
Want to purchase a property? Check out the video logo on the calculator. Apply now.
This was being given away about 6 years ago. When I went to go pick it up, the owner's house smelled like foul cigarette smoke. And sadly, we computed it as well. Luckily, after leaving it sitting around for a few years, it doesn't smell like cigarette smoke anymore. So, let's power it up and see just what we can do with it. As we press the power button, the machine springs into life. It appears as the machine has a 233 MHz AMD K6 processor. The fans are also quite loud. It seems to be booting into Windows ME, otherwise known as Millennium Edition. This OS came out about a year before Windows XP. Previous owner was a fan of Shrek. This machine is rocking a 3DFX VDG card, more specifically an 8MB variant. A small pass-through VGA cable is required to connect both cards. I tried just using a standard length VGA cable to bridge between them, and with less than ideal results. To solve the problem, I used two Apple GB15 to VGA adapters which work surprisingly well. Another interesting fact is that the 8MB VDG card sells for well over $100 on eBay. Taking a look around the system, there aren't all that many programs installed. However, there is space to get inboard. I used to spend hours as a kid playing this game. Now that we know that this system still works and has a decent 3D graphics accelerator, let's install some fun old games and see just what this first-world computer is capable of. Later in the video, we will be taking this computer apart as well as cleaning it up. But just in case it dies during surgery, we're going to do most of the testing now. Since the USB ports don't seem to work, and the CD drive is really the only way to get big files onto it, I brought a few of my favourite games to a CD. A lot of these games are abandoned without and can be found easily online. I ended up deleting a lot of unnecessary files as there was only about 1 GB of free drive space. Stretched to fit the 16 by 9 display. Thankfully, this system is compatible with the sound and music. The Glide API is compatible with Chrome 2. It runs very well on the system, even at 640 by 480 high settings. The frame rate is pretty smooth throughout. Motocross Madness 2 with the settings on low is definitely playable and a whole lot of fun. This is, however, pushing what this system is capable of. Another game that takes advantage of the 3D effects 4D tool is Need for Speed SE2. This is very impressive graphically, and the frame rate is solid. Monster Truck Madness 2 has been a favourite of mine for many years. This game also uses the VB2 3D accelerator, and at 640 by 480 and all the image quality is very playable. Last of all, we're trying out the most graphically demanding game of the lot, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Sadly, as much as I love the soundtrack to this game, I don't want the video to be copyright claimed, so I turned it off. Running at 640 by 480 normal settings was a little bit trouble, but for the most part responsive and fun to play. Now it's time to shut it down and begin the refurbishment. Stay strong. I also made note of where all the connectors plug in on the logic board. The massive IDE cables were next to come out. Several screws held the logic board in place. With a bit of careful maneuvering, I got it out. It's not often you see a motherboard capable of using two different types of RAM. Also, all of the capacitors look to be in good shape. All of the drives are held in place with Phillips head screws. The optical drive slid out through the front. Honestly, I could probably just only put one of them back in, but I don't have any spare 5¼ inch drive covers. The rusty power supply is held in place by 4 Phillips head screws. I totally just put in a different one. However, I don't have any more power supplies with the physical power switch anymore. To remove the power supply completely, I had to remove the front plate of the PC. Now the power switch can be unscrewed. I also removed the remaining parallel and COM ports that were attached to the case. With the case stripped down completely, I began with wiping it down using some eucalyptus oil. With a damp cloth, I went over all the tarnished areas. Some sticker residue on the casing was also removed. Years of gunk and debris had accumulated on this case and many of its components. The plastic cover over the front display had started to come off. Using a double super glue, I got it back on. I actually just noticed how good the brain tips are. In fact, I'm pretty sure only one of the sticks is actually making contact properly. Removing all 3 sticks reveals a total of 512 megabytes of 143 megahertz SD RAM. The CPU heatsink can now be removed. The CPU processor. disk only needed a light wipe down with some methylated spirits. You can see that this is a cool old school Seagate ST33232A 3.2GB hard disk. The back of the drive also looks pretty neat. The floppy drive has a manufacture date of the 6th of July 1995. Over time, this computer was clearly upgraded with more modern hardware. The most obvious change is the fact someone drilled out space for a PS2 connector on the new logic board. I do believe the CD-ROM drive here is the original one, as it dates back to 1995. The power supply is rated at 200 watts, and from what I can tell, manufactured in April of 1998, according to the markings on the top. Inside we can see that this is quite a cheap looking power supply. Caution must definitely be taken when handling the internals, as the amperages stored in the capacitors can be lethal. The next morning I took the case outside and sanded back the rust. Using a silver paint marker I covered any problem areas. With most of the rear casing sanded back, I cleaned off the surface, then applied a few coats of silver spray paint. I did actually forget to remove one sticker and ended up just painting over it. I blew out the loose dust from within the power supply. All of the components were held in place by small Phillips head screws. Parts of the PCB had broken away at the mounting screws. I gave the exhaust fan a much needed dusting. After sanding back the rusted exhaust fan, I painted over the rust several times with a paint pen. The paint should act as a barrier, stopping the rust from oxidizing further. Spraying from different angles, I was able to get an even coat of line. I did contemplate trying to bleach the yellowed plastic. However, after cleaning it, it wasn't all that yellow. I did, however, scrub the surface with 6% hydrogen peroxide to remove any grubbiness left on the front panel. Brush, I did clean. Using some super glue, I attached the broken pieces of the power supply's PCB. With great care not to electrocute myself, I reassembled it. There we have it, the final result. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. With the logic board dusted off, I began refitting the CPU. Used the filming pad that was already installed on the heatsink. Here's where we went to our first major hurdle. The pad would absolutely not fit back into their slots. Since the roundings were already warped, I thought I'd try straightening them out by clamping down the ends and applying some super glue, using heat to make the glue dry faster. The roundings were now definitely less bent, but I really struggled to get any sticks to sit in properly. Eventually I got one of the sticks to mostly fit in. While definitely not ideal, I used rubber bands to hold the clips in place. Thankfully that one stick did appear to actually make contact. The tower could now be put back together. I paid close attention to make sure I put everything back in the correct order. The logic board slotted back into place nicely. I also ended up spray painting a few of the backplates for some of the PCI cards as well. I chose to keep the graphics cards as original as possible, as modifying them would likely decrease their value. Just to test, I plugged the system in to see if it would still turn on. With great excitement, I was pleased to see that it still powered up. Now, the rest of the drives could be installed. I actually thought I'd try my own recipe for bleaching plastic with the top CD drive. I was quite surprised that it worked very effectively. Sadly, the drive tray cover flipped upside down as the container sat out in the sun, and I wasn't able to get a look at its wire. The amount of cloud cover also did well. Overall, that drive definitely looks somewhat better. But honestly, the computer really isn't that yellowed, and it doesn't bother me. So, does the system still work? Thankfully, yes. Although it is still only showing up with 128 megabytes of RAM, even though we're putting a single 256 megabyte piece of RAM. I really do have a soft spot for mid to late 90s desktop computers. There are just so many fun games and things you can do on them. The difference is truly night and day. I tried my best at cable management, however there really isn't a whole lot you can do. Also, with the logic board in this system, the turbo button has no functionality, but it does look cool. It really puts a smile on my face when I bring new life into old dilapidated systems. With all the work done, I should be able to enjoy using this system for many years to come. Thank you very much for watching. This video definitely took a lot of time to make, and if you've enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more, subscribing is definitely appreciated. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.
I've learned that before you can take care of others, you gotta take care of yourself first. Kung may mga umaasa sa'yo, you gotta be strong and healthy for them. Kaya ako, I'm careful with what I eat. Dapat good for me. Dapat century tuna. Sarap na more protein, lower cholesterol, absolutely no preservatives. From now on, hindi mawawalan ng century tuna sa bahay. For me and my family, worth it talaga.
Greetings and welcome to an LGR thing. This right here is an IBM ThinkPad 380XD. This was recently donated to me from Greg. Thank you very much. Once again, sir, this one does need a little bit of work, which is what we're going to do today. Not only does it need to be cleaned, but I've already taken out the hard drive here, which came in this little caddy tray thing. And I've ordered a couple of replacements that are original IBM parts because that's what I like to do. These are the Travel Star. They're not known for being particularly reliable, but they are original parts and these are supposedly tested and working. So there's a couple options that I have right here, and that is the 4 gig one, which is what it had in there. And then there's also the 6.4 gig. You know, I was just going to put what it had in here originally when I received it the other day, but when I looked it up online, it's...
こんにちは、コシコシです。今回は以前から興味がありました PC98 のノートパソコン PC98 完全不動のジャンク品をね購入したので、同作品に今回実